Are live, baby. Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, April 4th. Hope you guys have had a wonderful week. Hopefully, the quality was a little better. We tried something a little different on Tuesday, so maybe the video is a little bit better quality. Hope you guys can hear me well and all that good stuff. But first thing I want to do before we talk about anything with the charts, I want to look and see how the news was. So let's do this real quick. And let's check out how Mr. Powell, it's going to update for this week. So, no, here we go. So, Powell came in, and it's not showing me. All right, that's a little weird. It's not even showing the number, so just kidding. We're going to stop sharing, and we're going to go to the charts. We'll just look at it, see how it looks there. Morning, Wormy. Yeah, finally I could see the chat, so we got it. We were testing something different, so the way they list it is not the same as normal, so I couldn't see y'all's chat, so it was kind of lonely. I was a little upset. All right, so looking at gold, or no, I'm sorry. Let me wake up here. Bing, there we go. All right, this is not the one we had charted up either. There it is. Okay. So, Tuesday we were discussing here. And again, if you are new here, if you are watching this on your lunch break or whatever, every single live, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m., every single live, I try to spend at least 10 to 15 minutes going over two pairs on exactly how I trade, what I do, what I look for, everything like that. So, I try to, on the following live, I try to look back and see what we talked about, see how the pairs went, how the pairs played out. But then I will go in and I'll do 2 to 3 pairs in the chat. If you guys are watching this and it's saved and you went back to the YouTube section on for Surge Trader, you can still leave comments. Our team will say, hey, they said they want to see this, they want to see that, they want to see the peaks and valleys, they want to understand how I trade, da-da-da-da-da. So if you leave comments, it always gives me criteria to speak on for the next live. So be friendly, leave something, say, hey, your life sucks, I love it, blah blah blah, whatever it is. Leave some comments. I don't care. It's a lot better for me rather than me just sitting here talking to myself and I don't get any feedback, So Tuesday we were talking about Powell was going to be speaking. We didn't know what it was going to do for the US dollar. That we said gold could come down here and then play back up. Oh, what's up, Barnes? So what we were looking for was basically, I wanted to see if news was going to give a huge fundamental push for the US dollar or if it was going to tank and cause some bearish. Looks like it did exactly the opposite, and gold took off, met its match with a nice little area of resistance here. We're just going to put a line right there, point, and then we'll go and see how the rest of the week played out. But yeah, this is why I say it's so much safer just to not trade the news, because it's really a 50-50. Like, I don't care. I don't care how long you've been trading. Oh, I'm a fundamental trader. I could do. You don't know what Powell is going to say. So he could literally say, oh, the economy's this, and we're gonna bring in Bitcoin. Like, there's no clue. There's no clue what he could say. So it could go either or. For me, I don't like taking massive risks. I have consistency for almost 7 years now, and that is why. Like, I take calculated risks. In that calculation, I have my risk management of 40 pip stops. I look for a 300 pip reward. I look for a higher gain, obviously, than and a less loss. So when I do 40 pip stops, I love explaining this. 40 pip stop to a 300 pip reward or more. Like, I hold my longs. You guys have seen it. Just go look on my Instagram, Imperial FX Academy, and look at my post, look at inside my highlights, and you can see I hold my trades for 4 to 5, even longer sometimes. If it's in crazy profits and I've scaled in, a 40 pip loss or a 500 pip reward, I can lose 8 to 9 trades in a row, and one winning trade wipes out the entire amount of losses. Now, this is how most people trade. They do this, and their losses, they keep moving their stops, and then they keep adding positions. Number one rule to trading is you never add to a losing position. You are literally stabbing yourself more and more. It's like in a sinking ship, and you just keep poking holes in the floor, praying that you're going to, whatever, you're not going to sink. In a losing trade, have your stops set in place so that when it hits, the trade's done. You're done with that pair for the day. Don't say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna wait for a better entry, and then because it's gonna completely mess with your emotional brain system or whatever, and you're gonna think you see the bottom of that fall, and you're trying to catch a falling knife. If you ever heard that term, it's not safe. What you want to do when you add positions is you want to add positions in a winning trade. Let me just do this real quick. Stop sharing so you guys can see me. I'm going to talk to y'all for a minute. You want to add positions to a winning trade. So when a pair is going up and you're up, let's say 50 pips, every pair, whether it's bullish or bearish, it has drawbacks. It has, oh my Lord, it has pullbacks and stuff like that. The pullbacks are where you want to add positions. Now, when you add position, like, okay, well, Brandon, what lot size should you use? Easy. Less than what your original position was. So if I'm a one lot in on gold and I'm buying and I'm 50 pips up, my next position, once I see that pullback, is going to be like a 0.5 lot. That way, if that pullback comes down all the way to almost original position, I'm still in profit. And the loss that I have from my half lot, my one lot compensates for, and then I close out in profits. What you don't want to do, and this is what everybody does, I'll try to tell y'all this, you get excited, you're 50 to 80 pips in, you're on a one lot, 80 pips in, and you put like a 5 lot because you get super excited because trading is 100% almost emotions, and you've got to master those. But you get excited, you put like a 4 lot, you over leverage, and then that 4 lot goes into pullback, and two things. You either panic and you close your original position because you're like, oh, I don't want to lose that profit. And now you're just eating up all the profits on that 4 lot. Or you add multiple positions to that pullback on higher lot sizes and you wipe your account. You got to stop doing that. Because a lot of y'all have messaged me and you're like, man, I don't know why. Like, I listen, I know you said this, but I still do it. It's your money. Like, I don't care, honestly. You guys continue to buy challenges or whatever and blow them until you have your trading plan set in place. You will not have any consistency. Yes, you can play the lottery on trading and you'll win a few, you'll lose a few, you'll have huge wins and you'll have your big losses, but that's not fun. Like, if you want to do that, use your own personal capital, put like $100 in and just go scalp. That's fun. When you take 100 to like 10 grand, I love doing that. It's super fun. It's exciting to know that you can take such little capital and raise it to something like that with trading. Yes, that's fun. But you're only risking $100. When you're doing a challenge, like if you have a surge account and you know you have set parameters, this is why everybody asks me, they're like, what do you think about prop trading? Prop trading is extremely hard because you don't have your personal ability to say, I'm not going to listen to this rule today. You have to. You have to trade in between these parameters or you blow your account. It's common sense. So listen, set your trading plan, set your trades in place. Like if you have a 100K or a 50K, and I see you guys, like I see your posts, I see you sending me messages, you're trading 10 lots. I've been trading for 8 years, I still don't trade 10 lots. And you guys, a lot of y'all will send me screenshots of these influencers on Instagram that are trading demos with 500 lots. I'm just gonna explain something to you real quick. There's not one single brokerage in the United States that allows over 700 lots unless you've got 15 to $20 million in equity. These influencers do not have that on a trading account for the United States. I can assure you, I can promise you that. So stop listening to the fake Fugazi crap. Now, back on track. When you're doing a surge account, you got a 100K account, 50K account, and stuff like that. Stop. What you want to focus on is like if you're making your daily income, let's just say $200 for the day, I don't know. That should be your consistent goal. Like you want, let's say you just made double time off your trading. A lot of you guys focus too much on making 5K a day or 10K a day, and some of you do it. I see the payouts. But then I also see where you blew your account the next week or the next month. Like where's the consistency? The money comes and goes. You want consistency where you are just a constant brick by brick leveling up to where you can get a 500K account or even reach up to $1 million account. Then your consistency and your lot sizes obviously can change accommodating the account size. So there's my little rant for the day. Just you gotta think about yourself, and you gotta stop focusing. This is why I hate, if you guys want, I hate Instagram. I hate Instagram because it's the number one. Let me show you my fake life. Everyone I know that I see post these crazy, it's fake. It's all fake. It's to draw you in. No, it's not. I do the stuff I post. But you just got to be cautious on who you follow, because it sets a false parameter for you that you're reaching for these 100K days, and you're never going to get to that point. You want to focus on what can I do right now to make my life better? If you're making $200 a day and you make $200 a day at lunchtime on your trading account, that's a phenomenal day. You just made $400. You just made more than 80% of the United States. But you guys don't realize that. You think that everybody's billionaires, and it just don't work like that. And I hate it, because I know a lot of you guys are struggling financially, and you're like, oh, I don't know what I did wrong. You show me your trading account, and you got like inconsistent lot sizes. You've got inconsistent trades. You're trading at all different times of the day. That's where your trading plan comes into play. Like, if you work, we all work. So obviously New York session is going to be tough for you, but on your lunch break around 12 o'clock, 12 to 12:45, still a great time to trade. Like, anytime, 7:45. Realistically, New York session starts at 9:30, but 7:45 the market opens up for the U.S. dollar, and you can trade in between that. That's what I did when I worked at the railroad. I was literally hiding in the bathroom on lunchtime. I was charting up, trying to catch some trades, and I got consistent for like maybe 2 or 3 months, where I was doubling my daily income. I was making $275 a day. I was doubling that, and to where I was making almost $600 a day. That was great money to me. It literally, I felt that change of income. And then once I'd done that consistently, I scaled it up to where I was doing like $800 on my trading account, and I was only trading 2 or 3 times a week. Ooh, another good point. I see you guys, y'all are doing like 50 trades a day. That is insanity to me. Like, I can't understand how your brain can compute that much of staring at charts trying to trade. That's a huge reason of why you take so many losses, because you have joggled your brain so much with how many trades you're taking that you just lost all, I don't even know what the word is, with your thinking. Like, you cannot analyze the charts that long and expect to have wins like crazy every day. Don't do that. 3 to 4 trades a day max. 2 losses, you take 2 losses, you're done for the day. That's how you scale up, and that's how you protect yourself. Like, you want to be able to take like 30 losses before you're blowing the account. But you guys take 2 losses, boom, surge account gone, and then you're like, oh man, yeah, I can't buy another account till next month. Like, don't feel good. I know, I've been there. So what is it going to take to change to where you can be consistent with it? I don't know too many people that say, yeah, man, you give me $200 a day, I won't be upset about that, you know. And it's so easy. $200 in trading is so easy. You can do that almost on accident. But again, you guys are focusing on $10,000 a day and stuff like that. That's just not realistic. You know, you'll hear people say, reach for the stars, have big dreams, be unrealistic. That's the most ignorant thing you can possibly do, because you're setting goals. You can't reach here before you start here. So you've got to get to that point. All right, so now let's get into trading. Thank you for coming to the TED Talk with Brandon. But I care about you guys, and this is why I've been consistent. This is why I feel like integrity is a big thing, especially with trading. And you guys know all the clowns out there, and they don't care. You know, they're selling you on 50 million different things, so they'll tell you whatever you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth, because I've been there. I came from nothing. I wanted to change my life, and I know that's what everybody else wants to do. So try to do yourself a favor, and at least if you don't want to listen to me and you don't want to believe me, try it first. That way then you have some type of feedback that you can debate with me about. But these $10,000 days and, you know, stuff like that, it's going to lead down the same road of blown accounts. I don't want to take up too much time, so I'm going to start sharing, and we will go over how I trade real quick. Let's look over gold. I'm going to remove all drawings, dream big, then think bigger. Exactly. See, yeah, I'm not saying don't have big dreams. Like, don't twist my words around. I'm just saying, you know, like brick by brick. Nothing like, you see the big buildings, you see these millionaires, stuff like that. Nobody, unless they were just daddy's money or they won the lottery, happens overnight. It is a long, lengthy process, and that's what you've got to apply to your trading. Like, consistency is 3 to 4 years, not 2 to 6 months. So remember that. You want longevity. Your success is not scaled on a few months. Like any successful person I know, they don't say, "Oh, I've only been doing this for 3 years." A quick success of someone who just jumps into a business and they make 10 million in the first year, 9 times out of 10, that the next 2 years, that business is not going to exist because they completely shifted their life so fast that they didn't know how to compensate, and then it's gone. It's the same with trading. Like, I have seen people inside my group. Wormy, you know this guy. He was up 110,000 on a $200 account. We were trading XRP. XRP went through the roof. He was up 100. I still had the video on my phone. 120 something thousand when we were like, please close out some profits. He's like, I don't know, man. It's gonna go higher. XRP tanked. He lost it all. So just take that, and I'll post that video today. I'll message him and see if he cares if I post it. But $200 to 100K in one day, that's rough. But anyways, all right. So first thing I do when I am trading, I don't care what chart, what pair, it doesn't matter. I go to the monthly time frame, I go to the candlesticks, and I switch from the candlesticks to the line chart. Why do I go to the line chart? Because it shows a distinctive area of what I like to call the peaks and the valleys. Now, gold's a little bit different right now because gold has reached this massive bullish momentum, so it's kind of hard to show the peaks and valleys based off current price action. Now, what I don't do is I don't chart up. A lot of you guys like to chart up 6 years ago, and you're just cluttering your charts. Try to stay strictly based off current price action. Now, again, gold is a little going on a heater right now, so we'll just do, there's a peak. Peak is just at the top, and then valley's at the low. So what we're going to do, we got a peak there, we got a peak there, and now we have our playroom. And then I'll do another one like just right before previous price right there. And then that's it. Now I can right click this and I can put my monthly zone. I can change the color, excuse me. I can change my color. I can do anything like that. But that's it. I just like clean, clutter-free charts. That's what I like. Weekly, go down. I look for more peaks and valleys. I see it right there. And then after this, if you guys want me to chart up any pair real quick, I will. Peaks and valleys, boom, boom, boom. We see that gold is obviously on a massive bullish run. We had a little bit of consolidation throughout the, let's see, this was back in, so I would say from 20 to current year, gold just played that game. And that's what it does. Like when you have these massive moves, you're going to see a pair do this. Like GBP, NZD is notorious for this. You'll see 2 or 3 years of just this range where you can basically take these massive swings from the highs and the lows. Let me just do this so you guys can see from this peak to this valley. Look how much gold, and we traded all this. I think this was the one where we rode that massive long. All right, but peaks and valleys, that's enough for the weekly. We're gonna go to the daily. You can see prices playing out pretty clear right here. Now, what I can do just to make things look a little bit more aesthetic, we can put one there, put them parallel here. Even though, like, I'm not even looking at where price is right now. I'm just trying to make these kind of even with each other. And a lot of times, excuse me, you can right click and copy this and then it'll literally post it perfectly. And price plays out because price plays on quarter points, and it's like levels, like 25, 50, 75, 100, 25, 50, 75, 100. That's the same way price moves on every single pair. It's called quarter points. It's a nice little thing to learn. There's a guy that, I don't know if it's the same guy that taught the Elliott waves, but they taught about quarter points too. Very good information. Look at it, Google it, find out the information, read it. It will help you trading. And then I could put one more here, and that's enough. That is enough for me. I don't want to clutter up my charts. Let's go to the 4 hour. Looks great. I can see how price played out a little bit. Might have possibly could have one here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this to there, and then I'm going to remove this one so I don't have too much. And boom, we see the step ladder of how price is moving. Now, 4 hours the lowest I go. Sometimes I go to 1 hour, but I don't want to clutter up. Like I could put a line here, and I will just for just for today, we'll put one here. And let's scale this up a little bit just to even these out. I'm not even looking at price. I know just based off my consistency how price moves, and I guarantee it's going to play out. Now, peaks and valleys. Now watch this. I'm going to switch from line chart to my candles, and boom. Look how price played at these points. You guys seen, I didn't see impact performance, simpler trade. That is amazing to hear. I haven't even got to test out the platform yet, but I've heard nothing but good things. Obviously, a lot of you guys messaged me like, oh my God, it's terrible. Anything brand new is gonna have issues. Like we were merging all the technologies in, trying to get thousands and thousands of people on the new platform. So some simple errors are to be expected. Like I'm about 100% sure most people have their credentials now, and I know that traders are live, people are making money. So that's the number one thing. Like I can see you guys messaging support and you're impatient. And before I even see your trades, I already know how your trading is going to be, because you can't even be patient about us bringing new technology and new tools and stuff to better your experience as trading. So hopefully it will be a home run with Match Trade. Again, I haven't got to even look at the platform yet, so I am super excited to start trading. Trust me, like I'm having withdrawals. It's been a month now. You guys seen I've just been what else to do but live my life, so I've been traveling and all that. But yeah, super excited for that. So thank you, Carlos. And I know Janie would absolutely love to hear that. But again, peaks and valleys. You see, I didn't see the wicks, I didn't see the bodies. Price plays out perfectly. That's why I always love going to the line chart, because we as human beings, we are notorious for making errors, and especially when it's something to do like with price, that it's so precise where we put our lines and we put our like this right here. You know, I could immediately say when price was current in that area. Okay, here's a trend line here, and then boom. Well, what about this trend line? So what are you gonna do? You're gonna draw another trend line from here up, but it don't match there. So where do I put it? See, so this is what we do with our trading. And this is why I don't use, I forgot to mention this, any indicators, because it's all adjusted to my liking. Like if I'm doing the Fibonacci, I'm going to put is this the bottom, or is this the bottom, or is that the bottom? Is this the top? I don't know. I'm going to do whatever it feels and looks the best to me, and you could have a completely different chart. So I don't like using these. Now, this is what I do. I trade specifically off, excuse me, off zones. And those zones are off resistance and support areas. And then I will do trend lines, and just to give myself like a guesstimation on, okay, if price breaks past this and it's not in a sideways movement, I will sell here. And you guys, like, this is my strategy right here. Hey, I was just being honest with me. I was just being honest. But this is my strategy on how I trade. This is whether you're buying or selling. I literally look for what I like to call the break, hook, and go. And it's the same again if we're selling. Let me do this. If we're selling, price breaks, hooks, and goes. All that is price breaking through a previous area of resistance, coming back, retesting as a newfound support, and then taking off. And you can see where it done this right here. Price breaks, comes back, retests, goes. Price recognizes, 9 times out of 10, when you see wicks going both ways, what I like to call the whipsaw, price recognizes that area, breaks through, and then right here, like, let me just draw these right here. Break, hook, and go. And it's just patience. Like once you mark up your charts, you figure out where you want to get in, and then you wait for it. That's it. That's all you have to do. Now, yes, a lot of you guys are impatient, so you'll enter here, 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 and here, and a lot of times you'll be in drawdown, you'll close a trade, and then it ends up going exactly how you knew it was, and you close a loss on a winning trade. So just practice patience. Like if you're doing challenges and stuff like that, obviously you're not a millionaire already, so you've got to learn to control your emotions somehow. So stop focusing on trading so much. Wait for your moments, mark them up, and you can set alerts. I'm about 100% sure. I don't know if Match Trade has got that where you can set alerts on the charts as well, but you can set alerts on TradingView, which is free, and once price hits this area, it'll alert your phone, alert your computer. You can see the price and be like, hey, you know what? It just broke. Now it's hooking, and we're looking for a buy, and we get in. All right, so this is what I do. When I have my peaks and valleys, I look at the trend, obviously on the higher time frame and lower time frame. Gold is on a massive bullish run. I see prices hit resistance here, so I would not be looking for buys until it breaks this area and hooks. I would look for sells if price moves sideways, test completely, just wonks back and forth, just up and down, ping pong on the area of resistance, and then that one significant clear indication, just like this candle here, just like that candle there, just like these candles here, gives you that indication on whether or not price is going to go forward or down. 9 times out of 10, when we have this type of strength and momentum, gold is going to continue pushing forward. But this is prices at 2,300. Could be an economically specific price range that you guys don't understand this, but gold plays a massive role in a lot of things with our economy. Like, so right now, you know, our economy, you wouldn't think this, but economy is at an all-time high. Price and sales of homes, all-time high. We also have credit card debt at an all-time high, loans at an all-time high, gold at an all-time high, and NASDAQ, US 30, everything's at an all-time high right now. So I'm not saying like there's going to be something catastrophic, but I don't know. Like, we're at a time where nobody really knows what's about to happen, because I've never seen this. I've researched, and people that are far more knowledgeable about the markets than me have said that every time when things get, everything's right here, that means everything's going to crash. So hopefully not. I hope not, but we'll see. So yeah, gold's at 2,300. Could be a specific huge economic factor. Price could play around, move sideways there for a little bit, and then come back down. Maybe what I feel is gold could, for whatever reason, price broke through this area and then never come back to all the way over here. Price realistically never come back and touched that significant area of support. So this could be like a monthly massive zone at 2,200. Let's say. Yeah, 2,200. See, because you can count all these candles, but realistically, price broke right there, came up, thought it was going to shoot off, and then blasted right back through. So whatever from 2,200 to 2,300 range, I feel like price, I would love to see gold come back, retest this area, and then who knows? The election could be at that time. I don't know, you know. But that's gold. What I would say is, well, let me look at here real quick. I know you guys can't see the screen. What I'm just going over and looking to see what kind of news we have. It's the 4th. So we do have FOMC coming out in about 30 minutes. We do have non-farm payroll and unemployment change for Friday around 8:30. So that could be a key factor. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Obviously, I can't trade right now, so I'm not going to say, yeah, I'm definitely selling here. I would be looking for, again, price at 2,300, significant number. Price has never touched this. So looks like this momentum is kind of dying out a little bit, and the reason I say that, it kind of just moves sideways. Let me do this right here. There we go. Price is just moving sideways a little bit. So price could retest that area. You'll see it sideways and then some wicks, and then price come down. Or price could do this, and we'll come back Tuesday and watch this. Price could do this. Come back through, bink, and then skyrocket to a new all-time high for gold. Again, I'm expecting it to do this, come down here, and then reach back up. That is for gold. We'll look up USD JPY, and then I will shut this live off for today. UJ, same thing. I literally remember we drew this box, and I said price looks like it's ranging back and forth. Had a little fake out here, but it's just ranging. And again, same thing with gold. Like, everything kind of plays out on how gold is reacting. So the flow of the market, everything relies on gold. 11:30. I don't like to keep my lives too long, so I'm probably going to end this pretty short. What I see on UJ, what we're looking for is once price breaks, I'm gonna put a line here at 151.750 and here at 151.550. I would be looking for buys once price breaks this area with a 40 pip stop, well, what are we on, the 1 hour? 75, so, okay. So what I would be doing is if price goes below this range, which is really only 25 pips. So, and then look for price to break these highs and then continue forward. Or price breaks through, does the break hook and go, and we look for sales here to a lower, the previous price range. Now you see this range all the way here. So where would price realistically play out? I see where price broke through, come back and retested this area and then range. So that would be my indicator of where I'd be looking for a target on my sales around 150, which is a 200 pip range. That's about how UJ moves. And we got our nice little stops, again, right outside of that range. You can't really see it. Oh man, from experience, do you think an inch? I was wondering when you were going to show up. I don't know if I can answer that question in here, but I think if you're an introvert or an extrovert, could possibly give you an edge in trading, especially if you're an introvert, because you'll sit there and just stare at charts all day, which could be the other way that I can't mention. But anyways, I love you. Price could play two ways on this. Again, fundamentals for next week could give this a push. Don't really know. So this is just a waiting game right now, especially when price is doing this back and forth. What you want to do, if you don't want to take those type of positions, just take your buys at the bottom of the parameter and take your sells at the top. You're lowering the risk completely because you already see the parameters of that box. Same thing with gold. You know, we had that small little range area. You can go to the smaller time frame, like go to 15 minutes, can tell you a little bit better story. You can see a clear indication on how price moved in between these zones. All the way down to the 5 minute, just gives you a little bit, it's more pages of the chapter. Have a nice little, you can see candlestick structure better on the lower time frames, like 5 minute time frame. We see double bottom here, price is playing out, could rainbow, stay in between this range. And you're only talking, like this is 25 pips. 25 pips could be a massive move depending on your account size, or it can be just a lot of consistent scalps, whatever you want to do. You know, like you pick your trading style. It's up to you. Like I say, just always keep your risk in play. Like you don't want to blow your account scalping in one day. That's just ignorance. Well, guys, I know I hate cutting these short because I wanted to go over like 10 pairs, and I want you guys to give me feedback and just anything and everything, but I like to keep these short because I know a lot of y'all like to go back and watch them on the saved, and I don't like to create movies out of these lives. So I'm going to cut this off. I love y'all. I will see y'all Tuesday. Remember, news does come out at 12:30. And yeah, I hope y'all got a little bit of knowledge today. Again, it's completely up to you. Like, it doesn't affect me whether you know, blow an account or buy 30. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is when you guys message me and you're like, hey man, you know, I've been trading for 5 years and I've been losing, and I caught you live and I finally made the change and I listened to you and I appreciate it. You helped me change my life. That's why I do all this. Other than that, you know, it's meaningless to me if you guys don't listen. So I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate you guys more than anything. I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon.